Welcome to another episode of 50 Experiences at 50. Today we are travelling to the oldest town in baden-württemberg, a Roman town called Rottweil.
Rottweil being famous for dogs, I suppose.
Famous Rottweiler dog, has been linked for many years with Rottweil because it used to be a huge livestock town, and so they used the dogs for basically herding the cattle. They would push the cattle through to as far as like Strasbourg and places like that. So yeah, it's very old town, and so we're going to go and explore, aren't we? And whilst we're at it, we're going to, apparently there's lots and lots of little cafes there in the old town, so we're just going to go and find a little cafe, have lunch, and go and hunt for the dog.
Yeah.
Are you coming with us?
After parking up, we walked towards the older part of town and we stumbled across these bottles. But where do they lead?
This is interesting because this is the Roman part on the eastern side of the river, yet the current old town and maybe Germanic village was up here, which we'll visit later. But this today is very poorly populated. But why the Romans built there, I don't know. It's quite well defended on three sides, I'm guessing. But this is much higher ground and is on a big bend in the river. It's interesting to know. Unless this grew up in the Roman times and the excess of people and everything else then moved across here, and in the German time that became more populated and more popular, and this was left to rot away. We'll see.
No, that's where our little jug has taken us, and now we're following it.
Oh yeah, jug's there, going pointing that way.
We're going this way.
So obviously the Roman ruins were here, and then it gets taken over in 1200 by the nuns, a Frauenkloster, is a nunnery. In 1221 it becomes part of the church amongst Rottweil.
That's a town near here, isn't it?
Well, no, Rottenmunster must be a church area.
Okay.
Then it was taken apart and demolished in 1441. Then it was moved into the Innenstadt in 1525. Here, a knight called Conrad Muck.
Now we know that from the game Catan.
Yeah, that's right. He turned it into his land, so obviously the nuns had moved out. And then it was in 1700 the Jesuits took it over here in Rottweil, and in 1776 it became private. And obviously with the help of the land or the state, it's now in 1988 being renovated.
Still following our bottles on this main road, heading to that church, we think.
Predating the Romans.
So this church is one of the churches I wanted to come and have a look at, St. Pelagius, and basically it's built on the old Roman baths, and apparently we can have a look at the old boiler room, the whole old heating system for the Roman baths. Let's see if we can go find it, shall we? Come and have a look. Of course, all the water would have been around here, wouldn't it? So we're just heading into the old town and came across this. So, another Roman bath. Let's take a little look. The Legion's Bad. Cool. We've just found that military.
Mm-hmm. The Romans were always military guys.
Well, yeah. So we just found this map which actually explains something a little bit better of how it's all connected.
This is where all the soldiers would live, and this is where all the prostitutes would live.
Okay. Beep.
There's a special name for this thing, I can't remember.
Okay.
To the
And this is an old moat leading to the
Okay.
which is just there. So on the bridge, this side we have Jesus, and on the other side we have Mary.
Ale ist zu. train line
That-
to Zurich.
That tower there is where they test the elevators, and we can't unfortunately go today because it's actually closed on a Monday, but we're going to return, and I mean, I'm not very good with heights, but we are actually going to return and take a trip up there.
Schön.
The garden show.
Es geht dann über den gesamten Bereich.
Gesamte Bereich.
The garden show. They have garden shows regularly in Germany. Is das der Landesgartenschau?
Landesgartenschau.
Ja.
Ja, das ist wie in Balingen dieses Jahr.
Ah,
Dieses Jahr ist in Balingen und
Ja.
28er kommt bei uns.
Ah, gut, wenn es gut gemacht und spiegelt sich und kommt schön zusammen, würde ich sagen.
Weil viele Gartenshows.
So this gentleman's just explained to us that the Land Garden Show is going to be in this area here in 2028.
Hier und dann da runter.
Nein, die kommt von hinten.
This is called the Pulverturm, basically where they kept the gunpowder. So if it did blow up, it landed in the river beneath us and very few people got hurt.
We're just walking from there over to these houses, and we notice that this is the Wascherei at Wein, and that house has a cable, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, attached to the tree, and then further up there's the original one that would have gone across to there. And then as we look down here, there's actually, I hope you can pick it up actually on the camera, I'm not sure it can. There's another one going across there to these. So these would all have had their washing lines quite high up on a pulley system. They were clever then.
This one you can see how far it's grown into the tree.
Let's see.
Half grown in.
Oh yeah.
If you came
Oh, I
here
don't know.
and zoomed in, you would see.
I'm not sure if I can pick that up on camera actually.
Try with.
Oh, there, just bob in the middle. Our equivalent is the Moor's Head. That's the paper for the area. Schwarzwaldabort. Just happens to be market day today. So this is the Apostle Brunnen with Peter, John and James. I don't know why only those three. Maybe somebody could tell us. Write in the comments if you know why here in Rottweil that is just those three chosen. blacksmith, is it? No, blacksmith.
Not necessarily. It's depicting all the possibles. The Zimmerman, the Maurer, and the Glazer,
they're all there,
the
aren't they?
Mahler,
The
the
Glazer.
Schlosser was there.
And that's the Schwarze Tor. Apparently down here is the Rottweiler. Let's go see if we can find it. We still haven't found it. We just keep searching. I just love the way all the houses are all pretty colours and most of them quite nicely kept. Ooh, there are a few, but that's not the one I'm looking for. We've actually just ended up doing a whole route round because we missed the dog. So we're heading back to where the market is. Because I believe it's on that street. Let's go see. Found it! Hiding behind the market store. Tell where people have rubbed his ears and rubbed his nose. We've ended up with a Fleischkäse and a cup of coffee because everywhere we found that looked appealing was closed because it's Monday.
So that concludes another experience. We've had a wonderful day here in Rottweil. I have been to Rottweil before, but only to the rugby club where Aidan referees, so it was really pleasant to make a purposeful visit and explore this historic town, getting to know the history behind the Rottweiler dog. I hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you for supporting this journey through my 50th year. I've got a few more planned, but I am also willing to listen to any suggestions that you guys have. Please comment below any that you do have, and we will see you on the next one.